Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for subscribing, and let's dive into the difference between a rounded bill shallow running crankbait and a square bill. Now, the square bill, probably one of the most popular shallow water fishing baits. You really can throw this bait 365 days a year if your lake hasn't froze. It catches them. It's a great pre-spawn bait. It's great when the water gets real cold, wintertime fishing. Like, I throw it a lot when the water's down in the high 40s. And then it's a great bait in the fall. If those fish are shallow enough in the summer, you can catch them on a square bill as well. It's just that 4x4 all-terrain vehicle you need for fishing shallow. When they won't bite a spinnerbait, they won't bite a chatterbait, you can't catch them flipping, you throw a square bill. I will throw this bait in the same places that I do throw a spinnerbait and I flip. I'll put it in treetops, around docks, any type of wood, stumps, sticks. That bait comes through there really, really well. The downside of this bait is that it has a lot of action. It's crazy. So if you need a more subtle running bait, you might want to go to your square bills with flat sides. But for the most part, this bait is all about putting it in those places where you just can't put other baits, especially not other crankbaits. So this is my 4x4 all-terrain vehicle when I'm fishing shallow, and it works all year round. Now, the bait that you don't hear a whole lot talked about is a rounded bill shallow running crankbait. When we think deep diving crankbaits and medium diving crankbaits, most of them have rounded bills. You see very few that have round bills on the shallow crankbait. So this is a DT4. This bait, for me, I'm fishing it this time of year slow, so I'm going to be throwing it in around 2 feet of water. Now, I may be fishing grass. There's all kinds of different types of grass, obviously, but I also fish this on bottom that is mucky. Now, this bait is just going to come through that muckier bottom a whole lot better than a square bill will. You can reel it into it and then kind of just pop it out of there, and those hooks will get a little bit of muck on it, but it's not going to bog the whole bait down and, cover up with muck. So if you have a lake that you're fishing that has a lot of dying vegetation on the bottom, that rounded bill is great for that. I live here on Gunnersville. We have all types of grass. It's a very fertile fishery. You have eelgrass, hydrilla, milfoil, and then a lot of dead grass. So if you're fishing, let's say, around docks, now a square bill, most lakes, would be the best type of bait to throw around docks because you have those wooden posts, and this bait is going to deflect really well off those wooden posts. But I haven't found the best of both worlds because I have to throw this rounded one because it hangs up more in that dead grass, all the floating grass and stuff that's around that dies and goes to the bottom. I hang that square bill up too much, so I have to go with this rounded bill. Now, this isn't the greatest bill around wood, so I do hang it up on the docks, but it does act more efficiently for me because of how much decaying plant matter we have on the bottom of our lake. So when you think of these two baits, this is going to come through weeds, any type of grass you have in your lake. This bait is going to just be less of a hassle. You're going to have to work it less, and you're going to get a lot more time where your bait is free of the grass, allowing you to catch more fish. This bait will not come through the grass. As you can see, there's a whole lot more surface there on this bait. This is all about deflecting the bait, not letting the treble hooks get caught in wood, stumps, anything like that. So those are the two shallow running baits that I throw. They are both killers. They're both staples for me, especially this time of year, but really all year round. That is a DT4, and that is a Strike King 1.5. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the water.